guys, welcome back to another video of Heart Fragment. And for those who haven't been caught up, what are you doing? Spoilers incoming. But I'll leave the video up in the eye just for anybody who haven't seen the last part because, again, spoilers. But last episode, what we did was we basically found out that Clive was pretty much a very helpful boy to Lana, which I find very sweet. And we're gonna get into this and find out more about that because I've been dying to know ever since I ended the last video. So let's go. Alright. I'm so conflicted. K is Clive. K is Jasper. Nonsense. I can't find a way to tell myself it isn't true, though. The more I think about it, the more I feel like it can't be shrugged off as bullshit. But if it is true, then the boy who helped me so much is also the man who wants to kill me? Yeah, I don't really get that either. That doesn't make any sense, actually. The moment you say those words out loud, you shake your head. No, even if they were the same at some point, they weren't when I met Kay. He was sincerely giving his all to helping me, right? If one side of him was certain about murdering me, or murdering someone, the other wanted to save them, I can sort of see why they'd be conflicted to the point of wanting to tear themselves apart. And they did quite literally, honestly. Your thoughts have started to wander back to all of these complicated issues sometimes. I hope you're not hearing the rain outside. It's been super rainy today. Anyway, sometimes I feel like I can't take it anymore. Honestly, I'm not too concerned about that. But even so, you tuck your nose under the blanket as you normally do when seeking relief from the stress of a rough day. Close your eyes and drift to sleep. Still, this has my head fuzzy. Like, how? Oh wow, speaking of fuzzy, look at that. Again, I don't know anything that happened at this point. I'm just guessing randomly. If stuff happens, then I guess it's a really funny coincidence. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm better at reading situations than I thought I was. You open your eyes to a hazy sight stretching out in front of you. Is this the Parathon Beach? It looks like there's a storm brewing. Oh no. The dark sky seems menacing. How could you not feel uneasy in a setting like this? I mean, depends on the kind of storm. Some of them are nice. If they involve lightning and thunder, mostly lightning, no. Is this going to be another nightmare? I'm so sick of all this bullshit by now. You prepare yourself for the worst, but... Kay? The figure that appears in the distance is far from the horrible thing you had come to expect to see in your sleep. What? Kay? Is that you? You're certain. That figure standing off in the distance. You rush towards it. Kay! This is a dream, right? Why do I feel so excited to see him when I already know this isn't real? Screw rationality. It's been so long since I've seen him. Huh? What? Whap. As if stopped by some invisible force, you find yourself unable to push forward. Kay is so close. You could almost touch him if you were to run for just a few seconds longer, but it feels like there's a wall blocking my path. What does that mean? What is this? Kay, do you hear me? You call out into the darkness of your dreamscape in hopes that your voice might somehow reach him. But that's when you notice something off. Kay isn't moving. He hasn't moved this entire time. And his eyes. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. my concern isn't the eyes, it's the mouth that I'm concerned about, but I don't like that. Doll-like eyes replace his usual cloudy blue ones. And just slightly below that, his mouth is sewn shut. Yeah, that right there, I don't like that. I do not like that. He doesn't move because he can't move. His limbs are as limbs as a puppet on strings that have been left to rot alone. Oh no, that is not okay. A doll thrown out by its owner. What did they do to my boy? Nausea. Your head pounds. K? And then don't do that. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't. I don't like that. Ugh. With the movement of a ragdoll, his arm thrusts outwards in your direction. No. What? No. The first instinct you have is to back away from the unseen wall blocking you from progressing onwards. But instead you freeze in place. What is with this person and freezing? What? You can't help but freeze because... Red. Oh no. Oh, red floods your vision as this version of K is suddenly torn apart. Oh no. You'd expect such a strange form to be filled with stuffing, like a toy. But what gushes forth is undoubtedly blood. Oh no. Oh, okay. What's happening? Okay, alright, A chill caresses the back of your neck like a cold hand. Whatever unseen creature is tearing Kay apart is relentless as it rips as it rips away flesh and tissue. You want to tear your eyes away, but you continue to stare at the gore-filled scene as though hypnotized by it. Oh no, I'm okay. This is not good. This is not okay. And no matter how harshly the blood splatters forward, none of it reaches you. The unseen wall keeps you from progressing, holds back the blood too, keeping you clean and dry. Why doesn't it stop already? I've seen enough of this. You can make it stop. Don't tell me it's that dude again. Tell me how then. First, you need to want it to What do you mean? The freak? I already want it to stop. Yes, the you in this moment wants it to stop. You are correct. And the you in this moment should also know that if she willingly turns a blind eye to the truth, she has already lost the fight. Turn a blind eye to the truth? What is he talking about? Or what is this person talking about? I don't believe that's what you want. You truly desire a happy ending for everyone, right? Do you think someday you'll understand? Do you think someday, you'll understand the truth? Will you ever see it, Annie? Will you ever realize what needs to be done to save all of them? I don't know, dude. What is with this ominous music? Clive's route. That was genuine. I'm not kidding you. You wake up feeling just as frozen in reality as you had in your dream. What the hell was that? Don't show it again. Dream after terrible dream has haunted you lately, and yet none have left such a vivid picture in their wake as this one. Oh boy, that is no. Oh my god. With your mind immobilized in this state of anxiety, all you can do is stare blankly out the window as the morning sun shines through it. Oh boy. The window has nothing of interest to reveal. Only the usual quiet streets, but the uneventful sight you receive and the lack of stimulation that results from it are exactly what you need right now. A morning chat with Lana is bound to make things worse. Texting Shannon might be less strenuous, but even that seems like a horrible task to take on today. Why did this nightmare shake me up so much? Because, potential boyfriend number one, completely destroyed in front of our very eyes and we couldn't do anything but look at it. Honestly, I wouldn't even get up out of bed after that kind of dream. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't want to sleep, but I wouldn't want to get up out of bed either. It isn't like this is a new thing. I should be used to it. Who would be used to that? The image of your blood-covered friend being ripped apart was sickening. Yeah, it was. I wish I looked away. The voice that told me not to was so clear and distinct. It wasn't a voice I knew, so why did I feel like I needed to do what it told me to? Not that it really matters in the end. It was probably just some weird crap my subconscious pulled to scare me with. After some time, you finally managed to pull yourself out of bed. That was not okay. I need to cling to something. Yo, how are you? Whoa. Hey, you okay? You look like you've just seen a ghost. Yeah, I just had a weird dream. That's all. You tried to put on a smile, but it must look more forced than you thought it would be. Or thought it would, because Lana's concern only seems to grow. Do you want to talk about it? No, I don't. I hate to just relive it. Kiddo, I'm gonna be honest. I'm seriously worried about you. I admit that I don't really know what's normal for you since I haven't spent much time with you ever since you were a child. And that's totally on me, my fault. But I wonder if what happened to you in the city had a big effect on you than you're letting on. Yeah. I've been looking into getting a therapist appointment for you here in Python, but the waitlist for all the clinics here is insane. This is a really selfless suggestion, but would you let me talk to Gray about seeing a therapist over in the city? You want me to leave? Nah, not like that. I was thinking that if you had weekly appointments, you could spend 1 day per week at Gray's house in the city. That plan isn't set in stone. I haven't even brought it up to Gray yet, so for all I know, he might think it's a terrible plan and veto it. But what do you think, Annie? It's true that your problems aren't just going to go away on their own. There are things haunting you that you really need an outlet to talk about. Even if I see a therapist though, what good will it do? I can't talk about being a mutant or about my friend's soul shattering into fragments. I may be sad and anxious, but if I talk about things like that, I'll look downright off my rocker. Maybe I really am crazy. Hey, kiddo? Your thoughts are stopped in their track by Lana's hand on your shoulder. I can already tell you're freaking out about this idea. Don't feel pressured to go back to the city if you're not ready for that. Think it over. You don't need to give me an answer right away. Hell, even if you need to spend a couple of weeks thinking it through, I think that'll be just fine. As long as you don't bottle it up and try to shoulder everything alone. I'm here for you. Never forget it. Lana. Thank you. I'll think it over then. Great. Oh? Was that alert from your phone or mine? You take your phone from your pocket. A notification on Star Social flashes on your screen. Clive? Clive, my boy. Hey, Annie. What are you up to today? Clive's awkward texting style matches his awkward mannerisms perfectly. You actually crack a small smile at the sight of it. I'll leave you to it. Oh, Hey, nothing so far. You left really abruptly again yesterday. Yeah, oops. Oh, that's cute. Do you want to hang out again today? No pressure. Again with the emojis? Maybe. What did you have in mind? I know it's dumb, but could you come somewhere with me? I need a little more information than somewhere before I decide. I'll show you when I get there, okay? That little face that he made, my friend does that all the time. Ominous wording. No, it's nothing bad. I thought we could like a contest the same as that shell one. I'm sorry, I can't read. Since you passed out last time, oh my god, this time we can both compete to the fullest. Man, this dude is really competitive. That's what she said. You're really competitive, aren't you? You are too much of a chicken to agree. Are you too much of a chicken to agree? No. Shush. Fine. Come up with some sort of idea and we can do it. Meet you at Lana's this afternoon then. He's sure an interesting guy. Spending time with Clive isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I wonder what sort of contest he wants to do. There's almost a bit of excitement fluttering in your chest. You've never really felt this kind of reaction to competition before. It's almost like sibling rivalry, maybe? What a weird thought. The unease and fear you woke up with begins to dissipate now that you have plans for the day. How did this guy go from asking you an uncomfortable amount of questions to clearing up your anxiety just by texting you? Come to think of it, that's how it was with Shannon too. She's always bugged me and drove me absolutely crazy, and then suddenly one day I realized I was excited to see her. Does that mean Clive and I really are becoming friends? I mean, yeah, you pretty much, I consider him a friend already. Like, first off the bat, I was like, yeah, I'm friends with this guy. You open the front door to see an already fidgeting Clive waiting for you. Ah, yes. Hey, Annie. Hello, Clive. How are you? Sounds a lot more nervous in person than he did over text. Yeah, you know, when you're a shy person, texting is much easier than face-to-face. I can vouch on that one. He seems to be the kind of person that finds it easier to talk to people when you don't have to look them in the eye. Yeah, I felt you there, Clive. Not gonna lie to you. I feel that. Hey, come in. Actually, the contest I want to do is outside. New rule, no passing out. That was one time, okay? It gives you an advantage because I have to stop what I'm doing to make sure you're not dead. Wow. Wait, no, you can't control it, can you? Did you have breakfast already? Fuel up. The more he talks, the faster his words start spilling out until he's practically bouncing down the front steps with far too much energy. Alright. You hold back the urge to laugh at his seemingly boundless excitement. Okay, so, come on then. On his way down the steps, a small object falls from his pocket and lands on the top step. You reach down and pick it up. Hey, that's mine. I know, I was about to hand it back to you. Yeah, of course. He quickly snatches it away and stuffs it back in his pocket. What was it? Not any of your business. Jeez, okay. Jeez. Just when you are starting to feel less suspicious about this guy, he amps up the weird meter again. Or weirdo meter. Medicine. It's medicine. Why does your smile look so sad? Oh? I don't. I'm low key, like, I'm very curious to ask him about it. But he didn't even want to say it to begin with, so I don't want to overstep any boundaries. But I mean, if we're friends, I don't think he should mind, but nah, I'm going with my gut. I'm not going to overstep any boundaries. You're tempted to ask what it's for, but stop yourself. Knowing just how frustrated you'd be if he started questioning you about something so personal. Well, come on, let's go. You can tell me when you're ready, Clive. It's okay. With the subject dropped for now, Clive seems to feel more at ease. Yeah, we don't want to freak him out. So, keeping a conversation flowing with him still isn't an easy task unless something he's interested in comes up by chance. How is your wound doing, by the way? Healing up well? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's healed completely at this point. The pain went away a while ago already. What about your arm and your leg? Oh, yep, feeling a lot better. I just noticed the sleeve, yeah, I was gonna say, the sleeve of your shirt isn't ripped anymore. Impressive, isn't it? I sewed it up all by myself. Aww. You weren't kidding when you said it was your favorite hoodie. I just like the color red. Always wearing red, and specifically a hoodie. Sort of makes me think of Little Red Riding Hood. It was my favorite book when I was a kid. Yeah, that makes sense. Lana has a copy of that book on her shelf that I noticed before, and it looked like it had been read about 1,000,000 times. She was your babysitter, right? She probably got sick of reading it after the first 5 times, but I wouldn't stop asking for it. What's so great about that story, I wonder? It's a popular kids book, but whenever I think about the story inside of it, I just think, wow, that really sucks. Gee, thanks for killing my childhood self that I had a crappy taste, or telling my childhood self that I had a crappy taste. As a child, I didn't understand the moral behind it all. I just thought it was fun to hear Lana talking in her scary wolf voice. There are multiple versions of that story. Kinda curious which one had you so enthralled. It's been so long that I almost don't remember. I think it was one where Little Red is saved in the end. Little Red is eaten by the... Nah, we go with saved up in this. Right, I'm pretty sure it was the one with Little Red getting saved in the end. A happy ending. Why do you seem so surprised? I had you pegged as the sort of girl who enjoys the macabre. What? No. That's not entirely incorrect, but come on, I was only a kid. I've always wondered though, if... Never mind. I was gonna say something stupid again. Now I'm curious. Come on. It's silly. I wonder if somehow there'd be a way for the wolf and Little Red to both have a happy ending. Oh, that's so precious. Dumb, right? I mean, the wolf is a bad guy, but you're a sensitive kind of guy deep down, it seems. What? No, I just like when stories end happily for everyone, don't you? That depends. Sometimes the bad guy in a story is just too bad for me to want to see them end up happy too. The wolf tried to eat Little Red and deceived her cruelly. There's no reason to feel bad for the wolf if he ends up worse off because of what he did. I don't know. I'm kind of with Clive. It would be nice if, like, yeah, some people are pretty bad, but depends on the severity of what they did. I don't think some people should be, like, getting that harsh of a treatment. But again, it all depends on what that said bad person did, you know? You're right. I'm overthinking the moral of it all. Clive's silence from there onward brings an end to the topic. Kind of feels like we've been walking aimlessly for a while. Where are we going anyway? Have you ever come by this way before? The streets aren't familiar at all. Just a little further. Okay. Aren't you going to tell me what the contest will be before we get there? You've already got an unfair advantage if I can't even prepare myself. Surprise. It's a surprise. Weirdo. Shut up. I'm trying to do something nice for you. Don't call me a weirdo. Let me just ask this. Are you any good with electronics and gadgets like that? My laptop is basically a chunk of garbage right now that doesn't even turn on anymore. If that gives you any idea. You managed to break a whole computer that badly? I didn't break it. I think I got some sort of virus. I don't know how it happened. The damn thing just stopped working all of a sudden. What about, like, older stuff? Walkie-talkies? Do those even exist anymore? I thought people stopped using them years ago. They got replaced with cell phones for sure. But vintage stuff is neat in its own way, I think. But something wrong? No, nothing. I was thinking that technology really hasn't advanced that much in the last 10 years or so. Oh? When I was little, I figured that by this time, we'd know how to make flying cars. The only things that ever seem to get better are cell phone designs that stop working after a couple of years to make you buy new ones. I mean, he's not wrong. Gah, I'm rambling again. Sorry, Annie. I don't mind. So, this is the sort of thing Clive is interested in. Back to the contest. I found a super old set of walkie-talkies that still work, so one of us will hide and give hints about where we are to the other. That just sounds like hide and seek. Sounds like fun. I like hide and seek. I was a killer at that because your girl knows how to hide, even for being very tall. I think it'll be fun. I haven't played a game like that since I was 8 years old. Awesome. He sounds really eager for it. This really is like I'm a kid again. Clive hands you one of the walkie-talkies. I have no idea how to use these. It's really easy. You just key them to the same channel to sync them up. Okay. Right. The channel's keyed in sync. I have no idea what that means. But I can do that. All you'll need is to press this button. You're really interested in this sort of thing. I generally wouldn't bother to learn how to use outdated technology. I used to play with these when I was a kid. Where are we going to do it? That's a secret. Oh my god. Just trust me, it'll be fun. I'll take your word for it. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Actually, I haven't been there in a few years. I hope it's still as nice as I remember. Oh? Clive mumbles to himself under his breath. You walk a few minutes longer to the spot Clive had in mind. Pretty! Oh, here it is. He runs forward as if he's suddenly forgotten that you're here with him. Aw, it's exactly as I remembered it. It's so beautiful. You stare wide-eyed at the field in front of you. From here you can see most of Pyrthon. Wow, I love that. While that is definitely a lovely view on its own, the real wonder of this place is the flowers. The place is surrounded by purple flowers, but butterflies flit through the air, through the air. Whoa. See, isn't it amazing? I used to come here when I was a kid. It was beautiful back then. But there are even more flowers growing here now. Look at it, Annie. He's so excited. I'm looking. You're right. This place is beautiful. Right? I told you so. Thanks for bringing me here. Thank you for taking me here. It was definitely worth it. Aww. You're welcome. I used to come here so often. I was a bit worried they might have been paved over by a road or dying because no one waters them. I'm surprised you brought me here if you didn't even know what it looks like nowadays. Maybe, but I also had a hunch it would still be great. So beautiful. There's just flowers and a beautiful sky. When I used to come here, I babble apparently. You can continue. I don't mind. There's something about watching Clive gush about his favorite place that makes you feel warm. Thanks, Annie. Look at his face. He's so cute. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I guess it just helps me feel grounded in reality when I see this place. Grounded? Huh. Most people tend to like places like this because they can escape reality while they are there. Yeah, but when I'm here, I feel real. Oh, I don't like that you said it like that. I feel... Oh, no, 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 we're not doing that. I feel like it is okay for me to keep existing. No, no, stop. Huh? Never mind that. Stop, no. Leaving his cryptic comment behind, Clive stretches his arms out. The breeze gently blows the fabric of his hoodie to and fro, never getting strong enough to blow his hood off. Can I just take the hood off, please? Like, I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference, but still. He looks at these flowers with such a childlike wonder. His smile keeps growing and growing, more wide by the second. Until suddenly that smile disappears in a flash. Oh no. Clive, you froze up. Are you alright? Totally, my bad. Come on, let's get these walkie-talkies synced to the same channel. Clive swiftly changes the subject and begins fiddling with the old-fashioned device. There we go, ready. Just remember that you hold down this button to talk. So one of us will hide in the trees over there? Don't go too far or you'll end up on the nature trail. Oh. Like a conditioned response, you freeze up. Nature trail. Jasper. The attack. No more stalling him this time. It'd all be over if you crossed path again, wouldn't it? Clive was there too. Why isn't he getting anxious about it as well? Annie? Oh crap, I just realized. You're scared, aren't you? Sorry, I have so many good memories here that they outweigh the bad in my mind. But you, I should have thought that through. Do you think that guy is still in there? I don't know. I have no idea why he was in Pyrathon in the first place. Hey, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I seriously wonder why he's after you. That was the second time, first in the city and then here. It can't be random. It's not, but I can't tell you. I can't. I want to, but I guess the next time it presents itself I'll tell you, but I don't know. On the other hand, I know he's completely right, but he's seriously one to talk. Clive is the master of coincidences. Is it a coincidence? Would you tell me? Oh my god. I literally said the second chance I get to tell him, I tell him, and then a few minutes later it's like, oh yeah, you want to tell him now? That's... the sincerity in his question catches you off guard. Telling someone you barely know is completely off limits. You can't even begin considering it when you haven't told Lana or Shannon yet. Still, his earnest concern makes you wish you could blurt out all of your problems right here and now. You won't tell me, will you? I'm sorry. Don't be. I shouldn't have asked. But I wanna tell him. Man literally saved my life 2 times from this man. If anybody else deserved to know, it's this guy. I literally could have died twice. And probably would have died if it wasn't for him. The excitement has drained out of Clive's words. There's no place to sleep in that trail, right? What? Sleep? I was just trying to rationalize it in my head. He was there last night, but it's not like he'd have a place to camp out somewhere like that, so... let me think. conversation is abruptly cut off by the sudden sensation of raindrop on your skin. Oh. Clive looks upwards in response to your reaction and groans in disappointment when he notices the clouds beginning to form. Damn it, I should have checked if it was going to rain today. He pouts in a manner reminiscent of a little boy that's just been told playtime is over. Aww, it's still kind of cute though. Maybe it'll pass quickly? I don't really want to stick around and get wet. And if it doesn't pass by and it starts storming, I'm not a big fan of thunderstorms. Honestly, me neither. Let's get going then. Yeah, come on. That's fine with me. I don't like storms either. You let Clive take the lead in showing you the way back to Pyrathon. At first, the rain continues in just a drizzle, but the longer you walk, the more intensely the rain comes down. The sound of this rain, though, is so satisfying. It's funny that I'm hearing this while hearing actual rain outside. He's shivering an awful lot. Oh! No, I don't like that. I don't know. The loud crash of thunder rippling overhead is a good sign that you made the right choice in heading back quickly. Gah! My clothes are going to be soaked by the time I get back. Clive? No response. You turn back to see what's going on. And sure enough, Clive seems to have stopped in his tracks. What are you doing? Let's get going. Oh, is he scared of thunder? Clive? Hey, what's wrong? Your initial annoyance at the delay fades when you catch a glimpse of his face. Pale as snow. Nothing. Nothing is wrong. Come on then. Clive, are you afraid of storms? Are you scared of thunderstorms? After a short pause, he nods timidly. I see. Let's take cover somewhere. Let's take cover in one of the shops then. We can wait for it to pass after that. Sounds good. My poor baby. Aww. You scan the area for a moment and catch sight of the Pyrathon Library. That should be a good as place as any to take cover. Phew! Clive immediately breathes a sigh of relief when the sounds of that sudden storm die down. I'm sorry, I know this is an inconvenience. Don't worry too much, I'm sure it will pass quickly. Even though the librarian gives you a glance of disapproval as you sit down in your damp clothes, she thankfully doesn't make an effort to stop you. You're really scared of thunder. A little bit. Yeah, right. That wasn't the reaction of someone who is just a little bit afraid. You let out a sigh. Clive doesn't appear to be interested in discussing it with you. Instead, he sits in silence, shivering even more than he was outside in the rain. He's so scared of thunderstorms. It's so sad. Then again, I am too, so I can't really say anything. I bet he's cold because of that damp hoodie. He could really stand to take that thing off once in a while. He never takes it off. From the moment you've met him, he's never taking it off, and I don't think he ever will. Clive? Hey, can I ask you another question? Oh great, more questions. I guess so. Okay, what is it? When you hear the name K, what comes to your mind first? What? I mean, obviously you think of your friend. That's not what I want to know. The sort of word that you'd use to describe him. What's the first thing you think of? Maybe helpful? Reliable? Something along those lines. So he's someone that helped you a lot in the past? What's up with you asking about Kay again? I thought we'd moved past that subject by now. His body is surprisingly still, as if he's making an effort to avoid his usual jittery movements, aside from his finger gently massaging his forehead. I'll be right back. Okay. Where are you going? Bathroom. Okay? I really can't get a clear picture of what this guy is like. Sometimes I feel like I'm starting to understand him, and then he gets super confusing again. Yeah, it be like that. He was rubbing his head as if it was getting sore. A headache, maybe? Sorry for the wait. You okay? Yeah, my head is hurting a bit. I feel better now. Is that what the medicine you had earlier was for? Yeah, without it, my head feels like it'll explode sometimes. Haha. About what I asked earlier, just forget about that, okay? You're just going to drop the subject so suddenly? I don't know why I keep asking you those invasive questions. I'm such a jerk. When I bring it up, you start pouting and looking sad. And I know that's how you'll react, but I still question you anyway. Maybe I'm just a selfish ass. You're not. You stare at Clive as he quietly berates himself. I wasn't exactly pleased by his questions, but he doesn't need to take it so far. Just dropping it was enough. He looks like a scared puppy when he frowns that way. As if to build a wall around himself that says, I'm done talking. Clive takes his cell phone out of his pocket and tilts his chair away from the table slightly. May as well check mine too. You open up the local weather app. Flash thunderstorms that'll pass quickly are predicted around this time in the afternoon for the next few days. Mornings will be clear though. Suggest continuing in clear weather. I'll suggest continuing. Clive? Are you okay? Clive jumps in surprise, eliciting a loud shush from the librarian. Sorry. What do you want? I was checking the weather on my phone. Seems like more storms like this are predicted for a while. But if we go in the morning instead, we'd... No, that's fine. You don't want to anymore? That's... I'd be imposing, right? You already seem to be barely tolerating the idea today. I wasn't expecting to be playing tag or hide and go seek at my age, that's all. Don't worry so much. You're not joking around? You actually want to? I want to play with you. I'm going to try. The game started? I want to play with you. I'm serious. I want to give it a try. When you're so excited about it, I can't help being curious. You're like a little kid when you get that way. I didn't mean to act childish. It wasn't an insult. I actually Never mind. No, what is it? Sort of what? Just when you compete and you act that way, it's almost as if I have a little brother. Little brother? I'm probably older than you. How old are you? I'm 20. Okay. You're right. I'm 18. Besides that, a little brother? That's kinda what? I wouldn't want to be related to you. Gee, thanks. I don't think... I mean, it could be that he doesn't want to be related to us because you don't want the sus stuff. You know what I mean? Because, boyfriend material maybe? I don't know. I'm just hint. Anyway, so, I saw a book when I was on my way back from the bathroom that reminded me of you. One moment. He scurries off for a short moment, then returns just as quickly with the book in his hands. Hansel and Gretel? It kind of has the same vibes as Little Red Riding Hood, so... Don't laugh, I was being thoughtful. Oh, he's getting a little angry. It's just, I haven't gone out of my way to read these sorts of books in years. So what? I didn't mean you have to take it home or anything. I was just, handing it to you like I was thinking about the stuff you like and all that. Never mind. Give it back. And now you're laughing at me again. Just let me go put it back. Last time I'm doing something thoughtful for you. I'm laughing because you sound ridiculous when you get so worked up over tiny things. I thought it was a nice gesture. It just took me by surprise. You handed it over to me and then immediately panicked as if I'd tell you off for it. I don't want you to think I'm childish. Being seen like a little brother or whatever would really suck. I've already... Just don't forget I'm older than you. Is he genuinely offended by what I said? I didn't mean it to insult him. Ah! Oh. Okay, a sudden ripple of pain makes you freeze up. There's no real reason to feel actual physical discomfort, no external source. It's as if your body is reacting this way to Clive's shift in emotion. Oh. Don't treat me like a baby all the time. I'm doing my best. I'll stop treating you that way when you stop acting like a spoiled child. Shut up. If anyone is a spoiled child, it's you. You're selfish and you were supposed to be a hero. Oh. What was that? Annie? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gotten so upset. Please stop frowning like that already. I feel so guilty when you frown that much. I wasn't frowning because of him, but still. Admitting it made him feel guilty out loud like that is so embarrassing. But I might feel the same. When I make Clive frown, my chest tightens a bit. He rarely smiles, so when he does, it takes me by surprise. It looks like the rain is starting to die down. Apparently the storms will only be starting and stopping suddenly. We should head back now just in case. You put the book of Hansel and Gretel back on the shelf and leave the library together. What was that flash I saw back there? Already getting dark out, huh? Dark? It is pretty dark out. What's wrong with me? Why am I getting nervous about it? Don't tell me I'm afraid to be out at night after what happened. How stupid. The delay back there. I didn't mean to keep you out this long. You must be sick of being out with me by now. Don't worry about that. You always say that. Don't worry about it. Because it's no big deal. The stuff you get hung up on doesn't even cross my mind. Then why are you so pissed off? I'm not? You look like you are. What exactly is he talking about? If there's anyone I'm mad at, it's myself for being so childish about my fears. Earthon is so quiet. Clive is right next to me. We're only a few blocks away from Lana's. So there's no reason my heart should be pounding. No. Footsteps? You slowly turn in the direction they're coming from, but just an old man closing up his shop. Okay. Hey, are you alright? Even the simple touch of Clive's hand on your shoulder is enough to make you jump slightly. Annie? What's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine. I thought you were angry with me, but that's not it, right? I said I'm fine. You're just like me during the storm. You're scared. Don't be ridiculous. What would I possibly be afraid of? Yeah, sorry for assuming. He's not going to pester me about it anymore? You've grown to expect pestering from Clive by now. If he's suddenly pulling back to be considerate, he must be serious about this. So even you get scared. Never mind, let's go. We're almost to Lana's. It's so awkward all of a sudden. Earlier it felt like we were getting along fine, and now we're back to this. Annie? Do you hate that book or something? Hansel and Gretel, I mean. Do you hate it? You ask the weirdest questions. I don't hate it at all. I didn't even know that you were still hung up on that whole matter. Then I have no idea what I did wrong. I handed you that book and you laughed at me, then you called me childish too, and now you're hardly talking at all. You completely misunderstood. I'm not upset because of the book. I already told you back in the library that I thought it was a nice gesture, didn't I? I figured you just said that so you wouldn't hurt my feelings. No, I meant it. It was a nice gesture. Look, you were right. I feel sort of uneasy being outside in the dark after what happened. I never used to be this way. It's just embarrassing to admit it out loud. Saying I'm scared to be out in the dark makes me sound like I don't want you to think I'm childish. Like I'm childish. Silly, right? You almost immediately regret that response. It is out of habit that you downplay your worries, but this time, I probably sounded like a jerk by downplaying his worries along with my own. Great job, Annie. I don't see it that way. A shockingly level-headed response. Annie, I'm not that kind of person. I won't judge you for things like that. This is... it's humiliating to put into words. You can say it. I want you to trust me. Oh. The most important thing in a friendship is trust, right? So he managed to say out loud something that I'd find embarrassing to even think to myself. How can he say it so openly? Why can't I also say what's on my mind? I mean, I'll do it. Give me the option. I'll do it. Bet. Do it. Give me the option to do it. I'll do it. I will gladly do it. Yo, there you are. You're home later than usual. I was about to text you. Try not to stay out after dark too often, alright? Pyrathon may be safe, but I swear I'm gonna worry myself sick if you don't at least text me to tell me you're okay. Right, my bad. I never used to text my father to let him know when I'd be late. I'm not used to doing something like that. With him, I just do what I want and then take whatever scolding comes out as a result. No need to look glum. As long as you understand, I don't mind. Want some supper? Fish stew again? I think I've eaten more fish since I moved here than I ever did in my life. Tasty, isn't it? The recipe I use is the best. It's certainly better than anything my father would make. A relaxing supper with Lana is just what I needed right now. But even so, the events of your day replay in your mind. Trust Clive, huh? He has saved me on multiple occasions now, even though his presence at those places was strangely coincidental. Kay was there at the right moments as well, right from the beginning. He showed up the same day I got that bonus assignment in history. There's no real reason to trust Kay, but not trust Clive. If I met Clive first, maybe if he'd been the one that I let shoulder all of these problems back then, the person who helped me feel like I wasn't insane, would I see Clive differently if he was there instead of Kay? Or did Kay just have some sort of quality that made him easier to talk to? I can't tell anymore. Maybe I see Clive as strange because I've unintentionally been comparing him to Kay. In the end, those two are supposed to be the same person. Or are they? Did Kay become a different person when he was around, or was it always Clive deep down? I can't see Kay as Jasper, so logically I shouldn't see Clive as Kay either. And if Clive isn't Kay, does that mean the Kay I knew is as good as dead now? My head feels all messed up again. In your frustration, your mind searches for some relief, an outlet, someone to talk to, anything at all. You remember that phone call with your father. You promised him you'd keep in touch. Oh, hello? Hey, sorry for calling so late. Don't go apologizing for something like that. I don't care what time it is. Lana gave me a call a bit ago. She's worrying like crazy about you. I know. I feel awful for putting her in this situation. She knew she was in for a bit of a ride when she agreed to take it in. Promise you that. If your mother thought she was the woman for a job like this, then she sure as hell is. I wonder how close Mom was with Lana back then. But more importantly, about what Lana called you for. I think it'd be a good plan. The situation being as it is makes it tough to figure out where you should be right now. Might be that switching it up every so often would be somewhat of a safety net. I'm still not sure. The more I think about it, the more I know you're right, but still feeling like there's something you gotta figure out in Pyrathon, huh? Yeah. I'll give you some more time to decide. Alright. Good night. Night, girl. Guess I better get some rest. Okay. Please no more weird dreams. Please be normal. You're sitting in this unfamiliar place once again. Did I hear that wrong? I must have heard it wrong. You're saying that kid just disappeared? I know, I'm sorry. I was irresponsible. I tried to find a way to help them, but instead you lost the most important person to all of this, more than anyone else. We needed them on our side. I know. I'm trying to find them, but it's like they've literally vanished off the map, off the face of the earth, really. But they didn't. They must be somewhere. So search, goddammit, and find them. I'm trying. Try harder, you damned fool. Ooh. That is some harsh words there. Calm down. Friday. Okay. Oh no, what is this? What in the world was that dream supposed to be? I mean, hey, as long as it's not gruesome this time. These dreams keep getting more and more bizarre lately. It's seriously going to drive me insane if this keeps up. Oh, my phone. Your eyes wander to your phone. The screen is lit up with several notifications. What the heck? I missed 11 alerts? Yo, how's my bestie doing? Oh my god, are you still sleeping? Girl, I'm gaining on you. Soon you'll be left in my dust. Shannon messaged me already? Yikes, I really did sleep in. Oh, Clive too? Hey, do you want to hang out today before the storm? We got at least 5 hours till then, I think. Hello, are you still sleeping? Annie, it's already 10 a.m. now. We are losing time. Only 3 hours left now. By the way, do you still have the walkie-talkie? I think you still have the extra one I handed to you. Don't lose it, please, and reply. How do you delete sent messages? Please ignore all of this. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, I'm starting to regret getting that guy an account set up. You quickly glance around the room. Clive's walkie-talkie is nowhere in sight. I don't remember bringing it home, but come to think of it, I don't remember giving it back either. Who will you reply to? Clive. I made that response, like, I made that decision so fast without even thinking about it. I was just like, Clive, yes. Guess I'll start with Clive. He's the one who spammed my phone with 1 million notifications after all. Someone certainly was bored out of his mind this morning. His status is set to offline. I guess I missed him. I'll reply to Shannon now then. Good morning, Shannon. Though I guess it is almost afternoon now. I slept in. There you are. Oh my god, sleepyhead. Rough night? No, nothing like that. I guess I just needed some rest to help with the recovery. What are you doing up so early? Aw, I understand. I feel better soon. Oh, feel better soon. And as for me, it's a school day, you dummy. Oh, I totally forgot. I haven't started my classes here yet. Lucky. I'm so sick of school. Ha, don't be. When you're graduating, I'll probably still have another month of classes. Though you might be on a date with Dustin. I thought you might be on a date with Dustin. Nah, the opposite of a date, if anything. Huh? What exactly is the opposite of a date? Dustin and I broke up. Or, well, he broke up with me. I'm sorry, are you handling it okay? Yeah, I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad it's over with, to be honest. Time to move on to bigger and better boys. Oh my god. Shannon, if you wanted it to be done with, why didn't you just break up with him yourself? You know I hate confrontation. Anyway, why aren't we hanging out right this second? Because I'm not in the city and you're at school, goofball. Well, duh. That's why we gotta make plans. I think we can hang out again soon. I'll work on it. Text you later. Have a good day at school. Bleh. Bye. Don't remind me. Okay. As is your morning routine, once all of your replies have been sent, you head downstairs to greet Lana. Aha, look who finally popped her head out. My bad. I didn't mean to sleep that long. I mean, I do it a bunch of times. It's all good. You're still in recovery after all. Taking it easy is good once in a while. But man, if this is how you usually sleep, then I gotta admit, I'm shocked you managed to keep up with a rigorous school schedule all the time. Barely managed. I guess there's no time estimate on when I'll be going back, huh? Since I might not even stay in Pyrathon. Whoa, hey, don't get ahead of yourself. I suggested staying in the city 1 day per week, maybe 2 maximum. I don't want you thinking I'm kicking you out. Right, sorry. All this stuff just has my head aching a bit. I get it, but look on the bright side. You hardly have any schoolwork left to finish, so when you do return, it will be a mega relaxed schedule. Online classes and all that. Even with shorter days, it'll still be hell. School always is. You'll survive. By the way, did you get in touch with Clive at all today? He texted me earlier asking about you. I got his messages, but he was offline when I replied. He texted you to ask about me? Seems like that guy has taken quite a shine to you. I think he's the sort that doesn't make friends easily, so when he does, he sticks to him like glue. I think it's kind of nice to have him around. I don't even mind having him around as much as I thought I would. It's sort of nice even. I guess he's growing on me. See, told you he's a nice kid. Speak of the devil, I just got an alert that he messaged me. I'll leave it to it. I'm off work today, so if you need anything, give me a shout. Annie, oh no! I tried to delete all the messages, but did it only delete on my end? Unless you sent more than the 8 messages I received and deleted some of those, yeah. They didn't delete on my end. I'm so sorry. Think there is time before the storm? Probably not. Sorry, I'll wake up at a better time tomorrow. Damn it, don't sleep in. I like the pout. And check if you have the walkie-talkie. By the way, last night I found this near the front door. Is it yours? Lana gestures to an object set on the kitchen counter. Ah, there it is. So I did forget to give this thing back. Apparently Clive is interested in old technology like this. He brought these walkie-talkies along and wanted to play hide and seek. I don't really understand the appeal. Hide and seek? Haven't heard that game come up in a long time. You used to think you're the master of that game. I did? I don't even remember playing it. That was back around the time I first started babysitting you. Maybe you're too young to remember. You emptied all the books out of that gigantic box you kept them in and hid inside. Seemed you didn't realize I would notice the books piled on the floor. Knowing you, you probably pretended I was the best hider in the world. Didn't expect that sort of interest from Clive though. He seems really passionate about the things he's into. Clive even told me he wants to open a coffee shop someday. Clive said that? Why are you so shocked? Because that's a huge step. When we first met, he told me he had no clue what he wants out of his life. It was almost like, How can I put this nicely? It was like he was going through the motions. He was helping me out and all, but it was sort of as if he was doing it out of instinct. If his instinct is to help out someone in need, I suppose that's a good sign. Right, but it wasn't really just that. Sort of like it wasn't until I'd seen him several times that I felt like I really got to know the type of personality he had. His personality? I spoke of empty husk, or empty husk. That is what Clive became. He did not have the traits that made up who he had been as Jasper. The things that should have made Clive a better human being, instead, simply made him an empty person. Is that why? And not to mention that weird void when I tried to read his heart. That means that must be connected to this too, right? I'm going to be so behind on schoolwork by the time I get back with summer classes. Annie, you taking a nap? Lana's call from downstairs give you the strength to put aside your studying for a while. There you are. Someone is here to see you. Again. Let me guess. Clive? Guess again. Shannon? This... How? I didn't tell her I'm in Pyrathon yet. Let alone give her my exact address. How did you end up here? I'm actually glad to see her. I've got my sources. Though Shannon is a welcome face right now, and you recognize from the tone of her voice that she means no harm, you can't feel satisfied with such a vague response. Not in a time like this. No, seriously, I didn't tell you my address. You're no fun. Let a girl have a bit of mystery surrounding her, won't ya? But the actual answer is... My childhood friend Charlie lives in Pyrathon. He sent me this. Charlie, oh my god, that does look just like Annie. You're right. Shannon holds her phone up in front of you, showing a very blurry snapshot that seems to have been taken with shaky hands. That's... Did you say Charlie? Yep, I used to go to school with him until he moved out to the middle of nowhere. No offense, of course. None taken. I don't know that kid too well. He's pretty quiet, but I've seen him around enough times to put a name to a face. He took a picture of me? Lon and Shannon don't appear to be overly worried about it. For a stranger to be sending someone a picture of you, though. It was for a good cause. You know, the best cause imaginable. Your bestie Shannon coming for a visit. How does he even know what I look like? I may have sent him a couple cute pictures of you occasionally. Shannon, what the hell? What? I like bragging about how adorable my bestie looks when she's not paying attention. Jeez. It's sort of disturbing that someone I've never even met face to face knows my address. Pyrathon, a small town inhabited almost entirely by retired folks. How did I end up with so many coincidental encounters here? Lana and Clive and Shannon and Jasper? I thought Clive was a creep for showing up here at first, but this many people gathering here is... Hello? Anybody home in there? Gah, don't jump at me out of nowhere. Off in your own little world again, I see. Still the same old Annie. Of course I am. I haven't been gone for that long. Teehee. It's nice to see Annie so spunky like this. Ooh, that's right. There's no high school in Pyrathon to force you to wake up early and get ready, huh? I bet Annie's becoming a big old lazy butt by now. Cut it out. Don't gossip about me when I'm standing right here. I'll admit my sleep schedule has gotten a bit off, to be honest. Considering Shannon woke up even before me today. You're so silly. No need to defend yourself with me. I'm just jealous. I want to be able to sleep in as much as possible too. Sleeping in after graduating is great. Well, until you get a job and have to plan your whole life around that instead. God, don't remind me. Speaking of school, didn't you say you should be there today? Don't tell me you're skipping class just to see me. Did you forget? I know you don't like the concept of family day, so I guess I can't blame you. Whoa, haven't heard that day mentioned in a long time. Right, I completely forgot there's half a day off for that sort of thing. Kids get half a day off school to spend with their parents and bond or whatever. Ironically, the parents don't usually get a day off from work, though. Kind of a useless holiday, but a day off is a day off. Maybe I should give my dad a call later if I have time. Sounds like all three of us aren't celebrating it. You don't participate either? Nah, not my sort of thing. That's why I'm here instead. Annie is practically family after all. What about spending time with Dust? Oh, right. I'm not working today. If none of us have plans, then I don't know you too well, Shannon, but if you want to stay for a meal together, I don't mind that. Oh my gosh, seriously? I'd love that, as long as Annie doesn't mind. That'd be... Conversation is abruptly interrupted by the sound of the doorbell. My house has sure gotten a hell of a lot more lively since you moved in. Lana disappears out of the room for a moment, leaving you alone with Shannon. Isn't this great? I'm still getting over the shock of you showing up here out of nowhere. But I guess it is pretty great to have you here. I haven't been in Python in so long, not even to visit Charlie. I hadn't either until I moved. The last time was when we were at the Python beach party in middle school, right? Middle school. Feels like a lifetime ago. Right? And not a single thing has changed since back then. Same old shops, same old scenery. Looks like we got a whole party going on today. You turn at the sound of Lana's chuckle, already half expecting what she's referring to. Hey. Yep, I figured. Shannon's eyes clive curiously before brightening up into a smile. Oh my gosh, it's you! Oh, come on, don't tell me you forgot. You're the guy who was at the hospital with Annie. Right? The nosy girl. Nosy? Please don't squeal right in my ear. Maybe today was a bad time to show up. I should just go. You should stay for lunch. That was quick, you just got here. Well, you could stay for lunch at least. You want me to stay? As long as that's okay with Lana. If there's going to be a bunch of people gathered around anyway, then one more isn't going to hurt anything. A bunch, she says, as if 3 or 4 people is a lot. It is a lot. Won't you stay, please? Shannon's eyes sparkle excitedly. The only boy in a group of 3 pretty girls. Isn't that living the dream? Not at all. I'd much rather just be with... whatever, I'll stay. But only because Annie suggested it. Ooh. Okay. Staying for my sake? No, that's not it either. I'm staying whether you like it or not, so shut up already. No need to get so embarrassed. I think it's kind of adorable. I'm not embarrassed. Ah! Yes, you are. Don't lie. This definitely isn't how I thought I'd be spending my day. I mean, I'm not disappointed. I'm just hoping that nothing bad happens to Shannon, because I'd cry. I'd actually cry. You arrive in the kitchen just in time to see the sight of Lana handing something to Clive. Is this what you were talking about? Ah, there it is. That's the walkie-talkie you showed me. Annie! Oh. Like an excited child, he bounces towards you. It was here after all. I'm glad I didn't forget it somewhere. Not that I'd be stupid enough to do that, of course. What is that thing? You can't tell just by looking at it? If you held up a phone or a laptop or something, I'd know exactly what it was. But that thing looks totally ancient, like At least 50 years old. It isn't that old, I think. It's a walkie-talkie, obviously. Not feeling the need for a second lesson on how old technology works, you join Lana at a kitchen counter while Clyde begins his explanation for Shannon. What's that chuckle all about? Nothing. I was thinking about those two over there. The way Clive talks to you is so different from how he talks to Shannon. I guess so. To be fair, he was pretty much the same when we first met. Maybe he's just... No, you idiot. Not that button. You glance over at Clive to see him yanking his prized possession away from Shannon with a glare. Rough around the edges. Is that your way of admitting you think he's a softie inside just like you? That isn't what I meant at all. Rough around the edges indeed, anyway. You're saying he was like that? Man, when I first met him, he was... Well, I already told you that story, right? The way Clive was at that time, and if he somehow really is Kay in some way, I wonder how long Kay had been Clive when they met. I can't stop thinking about it. Maybe if Lana can tell me a little bit more about the way he acted back then, I could... Oh my god! You're incompetent. I just give it back if you're gonna use it if you're not gonna use it properly. Oh. Be nicer to girls, dummy. We're sensitive little flowers, you know? Yeah, right. Shannon appears completely... unperturbed by Clive's annoyance as she grins at him. Girl feel no shame. Come on, start settling down. Jeez, it's like I'm suddenly the mother of 3 rambunctious toddlers. Do you want any help making lunch? Nope, I'm all good. You better go separate those two before Clive throws a fit. Your hoodie. You join up with Shannon and Clive just in time to see her examining the sleeve of his top. The sleeve of his top while Clive makes a visible effort to tug away. It looks like someone did a really crappy sewing job on here. It was torn up a while ago, but it's the most comfortable one I have, so I didn't want to throw it out. Torn? Yeah, thanks to Annie. Don't blame me for that. What happened? To the best of your ability so far, you've tried to keep all of the science fiction bullshit away from Shannon, so her questions leave you momentarily speechless as you search for a reply. Annie knocked me off balance and I fell on a shard of glass. Clive's level-headed cover-up prevents you from having to come up with anything. Why is he covering for me, though? Did he catch on to the fact that I was hesitating? Oh my gosh, that must have hurt. Your sewing job is super noticeable, though. See? Look at this. She releases her grip and points to the seams of the patch-up jobs. Just from trying to yank your arm away, it's already fallen apart again. But lucky for you, the oh-so-talented and beautiful Shannon is here. If you take it off, I can fix it in a jiffy. No, that's fine. It would only take a couple minutes. Don't tell me you're the sort of guy that's too proud to accept help from a girl. It's not that. Can you fix it without me taking it off? I'm confident I wouldn't, but still. I'd rather not risk stabbing your arm with a needle. Come on, you've got a shirt on underneath. No, really, I'd rather not. Shannon may be a pest at times, but she's socially inclined enough to take note of when someone is getting truly unhappy. Clive's serious tone is enough to make her back off. Sorry. Even with the cheerful look Shannon offers alongside her apology, it's clear that she's embarrassed to have made Clive uncomfortable. She just wanted to help after all. It's not like she was trying to make Clive get naked. He really is shy. But Clive's excuse about me knocking him off balance. He said it so matter-of-factly. I didn't imagine it, did I? A weird light that shot out at me on the beach pierced Clive's arm. I still don't know what that light was, but it came from... Please, The fragments. It might not be too late. Find them. Oh, find what? Feathers? It came from a feather. Oh. Annie? Ah, my bad. I was just. Quit daydreaming, you big old goof. Alright, lunch is ready. You're broken away from your thoughts with your attention back on reality around you. The tension that Clive is apparently feeling becomes more clear. He looks fidgety again. I guess having Shannon around isn't helping with his nervousness. I called dibs on sitting next to Annie. Whatever, I wasn't planning on sitting there anyway. I never said you were. Getting defensive over something before it's even brought up can be a sign of. I was just getting it out of the way. Don't grin at me. Okay. You have an image in your mind of Shannon being the youngest of 3 children, Clive being the middle child, and you're the oldest. It doesn't seem like Clive hates Shannon or anything. He's behaving sort of like a younger sibling that's used to being doted on by his big sister and doesn't like the idea of sharing that attention with someone else. I guess that would make Lana the mother in this situation. Lunch looks great. This is sort of nostalgic. We had pancakes the first time we had breakfast together after moving here. You mentioned you prefer them, and it seems like Clive was a big fan too. Try not to eat the whole batch, alright, Clive? I wouldn't do that. Sounds like you guys had breakfast together recently. Yep, it was meant to be an opportunity to introduce Annie to Clive. You can imagine my surprise when I found out they already met. Oh, so that's what happened. I was wondering how those two started hanging out like this. It'd be a little jealous if you told Clive where you moved, but not me. He just showed up on his own accord. I wish I could have told you where I was. I wonder what's up with the coincidences. Still, there have been way too many people just appearing here by coincidence. It feels like Pyrathon is some sort of secret hangout place no one told me about before. Gotta admit that I was surprised too. I would have thought sleepy little Pyrathon would be the place everyone would end up. So, Shannon, what sort of things are you interested in? A bit of everything. Cooking is boring, but I like baking. Crap, if I'd known I would end. If I'd known. Oh my god, crap. If I'd known it would end up like this, I'd have made some cookies before I came. I haven't had any of your cookies in forever. Didn't you stop baking? Nah, just slow down a bit. You know how my dad can be sometimes. But Annie, I'm so glad you seem to be fitting in well in Pyrathon. Fitting in is one way to describe it. This place is sort of bizarre. What do you mean? It's so different from the city. Just the fact that Shannon was able to find out where I live based on a picture someone took is really odd. Picture? My friend Charlie lives here. Have you met him? I don't think so. That's a surprise. It's not that weird. I just don't remember names. Still, you lived in Pyrathon most of your life. Isn't that what you said? Yeah. There are so few people here that most kids your age remember each other even if they aren't close pals. You seem like the type of guy who'd be super unobservant about that stuff. It doesn't surprise me. I bet you're like Annie. She probably couldn't name more than a handful of our classmates. There's no point in remembering the names of people I'll never talk to anyway. Maybe they'd talk to you more if you made an effort to remember them. I'm just fine the way I am. You make it sound like you enjoy being alone. Well, because I do. After some time, everyone has finished up their meal, and the chattering has begun to slow down. Shannon remarks here and there about how delicious the food was, but for the most part, the room becomes enveloped in a quiet moment of relaxation. You glance from Shannon to Clive every once in a while. While Clive seems annoyed outwardly by everything Shannon does, his body language gradually changes so that instead of leaning away and nearly hissing in annoyance. He leans closer towards her while contradicting her statements. Annie, what do you think? About going to the beach together? I think that's what you were going on about just now. You weren't even listening to what I was saying? Jeez, Annie. The weather is so nice today. Way better than last time. How about it? I'm pretty sure it is supposed to rain today. I checked the weather before I came this morning. It's supposed to be sunny until later this afternoon. Great, so we can go for a walk down by the beach and enjoy the sunny weather for a bit. Or we could have a rematch. Shannon raises her eyebrows inquisitively at Clive's remark. Rematch? The first day we hung out here, he's blushing for some reason. We had a contest to find the biggest shell. And from what I hear, Annie was a clear winner. Exactly what I'd expect. You expect that I'd lose? I plead the fifth. Oh my gosh, Annie, you actually remembered that? Remembered? Yeah, Shannon is the one I got the idea from. When we came here before, we had a shell finding contest. Annie was the #1 gigantic shell finding champ back in the day. Looks like the title is still yours too. How about it? Should we have a rematch to see if you can keep your crown? Sounds good to me. Why not? Sounds fun, I guess. It takes a little bit more prompting, but eventually Shannon manages to get Clive's hesitant agreement. Your friend is sort of weird. You're not one to talk. Shut up. More than one person is allowed to be weird at a time. Besides, you fit in pretty well with that description as well. And the fact that he's blushing while saying that, is that supposed to be a compliment? Because I don't see it. I'm a bit surprised though. I didn't expect you to hang around with people that are so lively. Since you like to keep to yourself and all that, I figured your friends would be the same. Friend would be more accurate. She stands out. I wouldn't have befriended her on my own, but she forced the friendship onwards until I had no choice but to accept her. So you don't actually like her? That isn't it. She's got my phone. I can't believe I dropped it. What a dummy. An acquired taste. Let's go, come on. With a gleeful shout, Shannon wraps her arms around Clive's, linking them together. You make quick work at unlinking the two of them. Don't act like a 5-year-old. You're embarrassing him. He's not used to your antics, goof. The weather is beautiful today. It's a nice break from the storm that occurred yesterday. Annie? You turn to Clive, who nudges your arm as Shannon skips along a few paces ahead of you. Oh, hello. Yes? About the flower garden I showed you before, okay? Oh yeah, the weather is good for it this time. Can we leave it for another time? Shannon seems a bit, she wouldn't go picking your flowers or anything if that's what you're thinking. That's not it. I know exactly what it is. It's a special place to him and he only wants special people there. It's fine. I just, rather go there with, yep, I got you. I got it. Listen, I'm good at reading these kind of cues. It's good. I totally understand. I got it. Hey, I gave you two some privacy in case it was something important, but now I'm just feeling left out. Don't worry, you know I'd never leave you out, Shannon. Better not. Aw. While Shannon begins to tell you and Clive about her ex-boyfriend, Dustin, and his annoying efforts to win her back after their breakup, you allow your mind to wander. A feather that turned into a beam of light, the feather from your dream, and the voice of Kay that followed. Is it a coincidence? No, there's gotta be some connection. Kay said it might not be too late in that dream, but hadn't he already become Clive at that point? If I could communicate with Kay despite that, Maybe that means there's some part of him that's still inside of Clive's mind. It doesn't make much sense when you try to rationalize it. At the heart of all of the things that you've been going through, though, none of it is particularly rational. Yeah, none of it has been, so I somehow went from worrying about my life changing because I'm some kind of mutant freak to having my life threatened, and now this. Losing all sense of normality. Isn't that to be expected at a time like this? Kay was the only one I could openly talk oh Kay was the only one I could talk openly to about all of this. I wish I had that still. Annie, hello? Huh? Oh. Okay, what was that about? The heck? Reality warps back to the forefront of your mind at the sound of Clive's voice. I'm at the cafe? How? Wasn't I still on my way to the beach with Shannon and Clive a few moments ago? When you look down at the table, you notice 2 drinks. What? Clive has a latte and you have a cup of tea. What is happening? But how? You glance over at Clive and see him wearing a concerned expression. What the heck just happened? You take in your surroundings, trying to remember how you got here. How? Ah, right. Shannon had to head home early after a call from her father. We got some time in together at the beach before she left, and then Clive asked if I wanted to come to the cafe before going home, right? For some reason, the memory feels strange and foggy. There's something going on, but you can't put your finger on what it might be. That was a weird-ass jump, though. That had my mind like, whoa, did we imagine Shannon being here? Like, what is going... This game is doing something to my brain. Guys, I don't know what's going on here. Clive is looking increasingly creeped out the longer you stay silent. Sorry, I guess I'm a bit tired. Could you remind me what was going on? Sheesh, I didn't realize you were such a space case. We just got here a few minutes ago after Shannon went home. Oh, this game is doing something to me, bro. Why does my brain feel so foggy all of a sudden? I remember what happened before I got here, but it still feels like a blur. You're so weird. I just got confused for a bit, that's all. Clive, why did you cover for me back there with Shannon? What are you talking about? When she was talking about your hoodie, you told her you fell on the beach. Oh, that... I'm not really sure. I had a weird feeling that I shouldn't tell her about whatever that was. Was that a bad choice? Probably for the best. So many weird things happened in my life. I don't want to get Shannon involved in them. You lean down and rest your head on the table with a yawn while you allow yourself to let go of the fog in your brain and focus on reality. At the same time, Clive grabs a nearby napkin and pen from his hoodie's pocket. Are you tired? Sort of. Trouble sleeping lately. At least I don't remember having any nightmares last night. That's always a welcome change. If you can seriously nap after drinking all that caffeine, I don't mind waiting. I'm not going to fall asleep in the middle of a cafe, weirdo. I just thought maybe you... It's not like there's anyone else here after all. You're here. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't get over how precious this face expression he's making is. Yes. His suggestion was clumsy, but you get the sense Clive is trying to make you feel more comfortable. Even if he attempts at doing so are worded oddly. Oh, now that I think about it, Shannon said something similar to that about me in the past. Oh, wait. Do I find Clive's awkwardness so off-putting because it reminds me of my past self, maybe? You're, smiling all by yourself again. What about you? Drawing on a napkin? Just practicing drawing faces. Right, you mentioned you like drawing when I asked about your interests. You watch for a few minutes as Clive doodles what appears to be the face of a young child on his napkin. You're actually pretty good at that. No, not really. I'm serious, you might be better than me. For real? Clive peeks over at you with a hint of pride, then... Oh, yes? What are you doing? Sitting next to you, obviously. I figured, you know, you sat next to me last time when I was feeling, downish. So, since you seem a bit out of it, whatever, this is stupid. I'll go back to my own seat. No, you can stay. No, I don't actually mind. I just had no idea what you were doing. Oh, he's so cute! Okay, I need to stop. Anyway. The quiet resumes after that brief exchange. After some time, despite your earlier protests, drowsiness overwhelms your consciousness. The soft cafe music and the sight of Clive's hand rhythmically moving along the napkin are what fills your senses as you drift into a peaceful nap. So is it that image now? 'Cause... Hey, what are you doing? Darlene. There it is. Oh, the barista's getting involved. Alright. Aren't you a little charmer? She sure looks comfortable there. Shut up. She just fell asleep like this. I didn't ask for it. No need to be shy. She must feel safe with you. It's a good thing. Safe? With me? I'll get you another cup. Don't worry. Stay as long as you like.
You still awake?
Clearly not. Okay. Aww.
Sleep well.
That's cute. Okay. Thanks for breakfast, Lana. Okay, so more flashbacks. Yep, thanks. Huh? Hey, Annie, what are you doing today? Are you okay with going out somewhere? Just lead the way. I'm glad. In that case, there's a cafe that I'd like to take you to. Cafe? I went there with someone else before. I thought it might help you out a bit. If that's what you suggest, then I trust your instinct. I'm sorry, what? And, Your strange dream fades to the sound of a quiet chatter. So you made the design on top of the coffee by doing this? Exactly, you're a quick learner, aren't you? No, it isn't like that. I just, You're the kid who loudly blurted out that he wants to own a cafe someday. It's hard to forget someone who comes in as often as you do. You're definitely getting the idea of how to make specialty drinks more quickly than I expected. Is it really that hard for most? Haha, nope. But you come across as such a timid little cat, shaking and fidgeting all the time. I didn't think you'd be able to catch on like this. Hey, shut up. Don't worry, I'll only say nice things about you around your girlfriend. Okay. I'm sure you want to impress her, What? She isn't my girlfriend? Oh, you look awfully close. I told you, I just didn't want to wake her. It isn't a big deal. By the way, I believe you left this here last time you came. There it is. I was looking all over for it. You didn't use any of it, did you? I'm not a junkie, kid. I don't make a habit of taking people's medicine. Haha, right. Okay. The sound of voices stir you out of your sleep and you groggily begin to sit up. Annie, you're awake. Good evening, miss. The barista gives you a slight smile before walking back behind the counter. You weren't up for long, right? Like, you just got up, right? Yeah? Wait, didn't I fall asleep with my head on the table? Did I, You groaned in embarrassment. Did you shift your head? Oh, oh my god, I can't talk. I'm sorry. Did you shift in your sleep at some point? You should have woken me up sooner. Don't just let me lean on your shoulder like that. I hope I wasn't snoring or drooling. Bleh. You looked so comfy when you moved over that I didn't want to interrupt. Anyway, how long did I sleep? Maybe an hour and a half? That long? Crap. Idiot. Wake me up next time. I didn't mind. I was, just... He seemed to have been chatting with the barista when you started to wake up. Clive is definitely a regular customer here. On the table next to Clive's empty cup is a newly filled one. It seems to be a latte with a slightly messy looking leaf drawn in steamed milk on top. Latte art? Did he do it? You really like lattes. Having a second one? No, this one is... don't laugh. Getting a sense of deja vu here. That barista here has been teaching me how to make different drinks. It isn't anything special, but I thought maybe you would... Whoa, you made this yourself? He nods and moves the cup over to your side of the table. The leaf on top is messy, but I only had one arm to use, but try it. You stare down at the cup. It's almost too pretty to drink. I had no idea coffee could look this artistic. Since I like to draw, I guess that made it easier to learn. It tastes really good. Yeah? What's the flavor? Vanilla? Vanilla with a hint of caramel syrup. You don't hate that flower, do you? It isn't what I normally go out of my way to order, but I am enjoying it. Haha, thank you. This is sweet. Spending time with Clive at the coffee shop was surprisingly fun. However, how did I lose half a day? It really feels like I'm going insane sometimes. I hope I feel better tomorrow. Your exhausted state has drained away your idea to give your father a call. Maybe next year. Jeez. Next year, dude. What? It's just like, alright, maybe another time when we have that bring around again. Oh, we haven't done this in a bit. Check your social media feed before bed. Yeah. Oh. Oh, he's making little faces. That's cute. What the heck is all this supposed to be? I know exactly what this is supposed to be. What does that mean? Shannon showed me her favorite emoji, so typing and messaging and sending it registers it on my autocorrect. So now I don't need to remember the exact thing for all of them? So you made a Star Social post with all of them? Shannon added me on here. Oh, so now she can see which of the ones she showed me are my favorites. Clive, you could have private messaged her. But then she would be like, oh my god, you messaged me, oh my god, we are besties. And I would be like, no. She's a lot. I wanna ask him this. Okay, fair enough. Should I avoid messaging you should I avoid using the private messaging features with you too? No. Good night. Good night. What a weirdo. He's precious. A familiar dream. Please don't be bad. But somehow unfamiliar at the same time. Why do you feel like you've been here before? Jeez, this bozo again. Hi, Inigo. What's poppin'? Hello again. That voice, I've heard it before in another dream very recently. What did that person say his name was? Inigo. That was your name, right? Well, you didn't forget. What an honor. Why do you keep appearing in my dreams? And why do I keep forgetting them as soon as I wake up? Right to the point, Fine. Here I thought you'd entertain me for a while like a proper host, but I don't mind moving right along. Tell me something first, though. Curious little Annie. How are things? Have you got what you wanted out of this game? Huh? Just breaks the fourth wall. It's a simple question. Is this what you expected or not? That boy certainly does seem to have gotten what he wanted. That boy? Who are you talking about? Clive? Am I? I don't know what I expected. I don't even know what I want in the first place. I just want to fix things, to find out what really happened with Kay, to find safety from Jasper, to live a happy life someday. Yes, then fix them. You expect a happy ending, don't you? Fix them and reach that ending. I don't understand. Everything you say is so vague and confusing. You make it sound simple, like it's all a game. This is my life we're talking about here. Okay? Don't... Okay, fine. Okay, you done? Exactly. Your life. Typical of you to only care about your own satisfaction. Or is it typical? What do you think, Are you trying to say I only care about myself? Maybe. Depends on which one you are. Which one? Do you think you care about them? About who? Shannon? Lana? Of course I care about them. And what about the rest of them? Stop it already. You're not making sense. Then prove to me that you can stop this. If you want it to stop, make it stop. Prove you're able to. Prove that you can fulfill your duty. Oh, okay, that caught me off guard, not gonna lie to you. If you could see me right now, the way I tensed up. What's going on? Then again, a lot of my reactions are mostly... Anyway. My head. It hurts. Clive's excited text is the first thing you see that morning. So, you ready? You're sure eager to play hide and seek. It's not playing. I think of it as an ultimate competition of strategy. Not only are you hiding, you gotta give the other person directions that are vague enough. You want to make it so they can find you, but also so that they won't find you too easy. So if you say you're behind a tree, that's too vague. But if you say you're next to a specific sign, then it's too easy. Got it? It's not just childish fun and games. You really are competitive. Anyway, I'll come and meet you at Lana's in a few minutes, okay? He really is excited about this. I was gonna end this video, but I really sort of wanted to see all of this happen. So if anything and this ends up being a 2-hour video, don't sue me, okay? I really love this game. This enthusiasm is enough to make you wonder if this game actually is more exciting than regular hide and seek. No matter how much he claims it isn't the same, you can't help but wonder what's so special about it. But if he... Again? Actually, change of plans. I can't hang out today. Sorry, we will make plans some other time. Is something wrong? No, I'm okay. I just have a few things to do today that I forgot about. Okay, rescheduling for tomorrow? Maybe. We will see. See you whenever. Oh no, I don't like that. I wonder what's up. I get the idea he was feeling more dejected than usual. Morning. There she is, up bright and early today. Got plans with Clive again today? I did, but he suddenly cancelled. What? Now that's surprising. I figured he's been having a blast. Must be super busy to cancel on you. You really think he wanted to hang out that badly? It's not that shocking to think he would. What's actually a bit shocking is you look pretty disappointed about it too. No, that's not it. You just turn red as a lobster when you're embarrassed. If I'm embarrassed, it's because you're teasing me, not anything to do with Clive. I don't remember saying it was because of Clive in the first place. Ugh, shut up. Oh yeah, you two went to that coffee shop again yesterday, right? Has Clive said anything else about that dream of owning a coffee shop to you? I'm curious about that. Not specifically, but I saw him practicing the art of the latte. I really should start turning off my phone alerts while we're eating. Sorry about the noise. Hey, change of plans again. Still free? I am. Finished your business earlier than planned? But I can't come pick you up at Lana's, so can you find your way alone? I've only been there once, and it was on a route I never knew existed until now. If you're not able to, then I understand. No pressure. I wouldn't want you to get lost, so you can stay home if you need to. Mixed signals much? Do you want me to come or not? Your choice. If you want to make it here on your own, then come. If not, then whatever. What the hell is up with him? Clive keeps changing his mind today. No need to frown like that. He's probably just been busy and didn't think he'd end up getting the time until now. I guess. Think you could give me directions? It was just outside of Perthon, some sort of garden or field filled with flowers. What? Oh no, nothing. I haven't been there in years. It's just out of town, and yet I never go there anymore. Lana's cheery demeanor from earlier begins to fade into a grimace. Oh no. Are you alright? Yeah, I just have a lot of old memories there. If that expression is really just about old memories, they must be very happy ones. If I remember correctly, once you get to the gas station, you should be able to follow a straight line there. I don't think it'll be too hard to find. Thanks. Hey, kiddo? Did you put any more thought into what I said about going back to the city and staying with your dad for therapy appointments? I haven't really made up my mind yet. I ran the idea by Gray. He seemed to think it was a good idea as well. Can I have a bit more time to decide? I want to get away from this place where Jasper is, but something tells me I need to stay until I'm able to figure things out. A bit more time, but if you can let me know soon, that'd be for the best. I'll think on it some more then. Despite Clive's flakiness, you did promise you'd go today. To the gas station. This must be a different route than Clive took me. I swear it was a longer walk than that time. Or maybe time just passes more slowly when I'm trying to think of new conversation topics all on my own for the entire trip. Taking Lana's route feels faster though. It only takes you about half the time that your previous journey did. Look at it. It's so pretty. I love this. When you arrive, he's already there waiting for you. He stands in the flower field facing in the opposite direction. Quiet, still, observant. Hey, Annie, you're here? You seem awfully surprised considering you're the one that invited me. But I thought, never mind. You're not, His words seem to get stuck in his throat. What's wrong? You're stuttering even more than usual. Clive's level of anxiety is so high that you can practically taste it in the air around you. He squirms about for a few seconds longer while seeming to deliberating something in his head. You've got to leave, okay? What? Huh? Just go home. I can't hang out today. But I don't want to play with you right now. Play? I know he wanted to have a game of hide and seek, but when he words it like that, Fine, I'll go then. What the? Stop. Oh my, what is... Clive, you're killing me here. What is going on? You intend to question what the hell he's doing, but you can't bring yourself to finish that question when you see the expression of fear in his eyes. Clive, what's going on? His grip tightens. Indecision seems to surround him as though he's making up his mind about some world-shattering problem. Let go, you're hurting me. Annie, go the other way. But no, run. What? What? What is going on? I'm so confused. Clive's bright eyes that normally try so hard to avoid meeting yours pierce into you with a sharp gaze. His whole face is contorted, overtaken by desperation. Just run and don't look back, please. Trust me. I don't even know what's going on here. Oh my god. You know what? Hold on. Let me just save, because I know that something bad is going to happen here. I'm not leaving. No, I'm not going until you tell me what's happening. Come on, don't be an idiot. Just run already. His voice is growing more and more desperate. No. The fear and panic of this moment is interrupted by a sound that doesn't seem to fit the mood. The sound of someone clapping, not Jasper, please. Good work, little one. I knew I could count on you. Okay. I knew it. I saw this coming, but I still I saw this coming, but I still had to know. Okay. I'm calm. I'm better. Jasper, good day, doll. Regret that you didn't leave Pyrathon while you still had the chance is immediate. What the hell is this? Clive certainly is a sweet boy, wouldn't you agree? Please don't say anything else. Oh, I do see now. You wanted her to die thinking you're some sort of hero, right? You aren't a complete fool. Let me guess. You figured that even if she died here, you had a chance to paint yourself as the good guy up until the last minute. You'd at least be able to send her off with a good impression of you. How cute. I apologize for shattering your image. Clive, the boy too helpless to piece together what our names meant? Or do you think you'd like it better if I called you K? K? What are you talking about? K is... You're right. That one wouldn't have let her get in this position in the first place. I'm not sure if I should be amused or disgusted by the fact that you can't be the hero of this story unless you die. Okay. Though I suppose some people aren't into the martyr type. If you're lucky, perhaps Annie will be one of them? Words won't come out no matter how much you try. You're frozen, not just by some power that Jasper seems to possess, but by fear. The reason Clive wanted you to run is clear as day. He knew Jasper would be here. Nothing you say is making sense. I don't want this? Is that what you want to say? Of course it is. Aw, Clive, you poor little fool. Don't worry, I'm sure Annie will find it in her heart to forgive you in her next life. The truly interesting moment here, though, is Annie's reaction to me calling you K, or should I say, lack of reaction. How adorable, doll. Easy to read and yet so complicated to understand. You knew who this boy was all along. Please don't hurt her. Let her go. Clive pauses, then his tone shifts when he opens his mouth again. I don't understand how you can say those things. Did things really change that much? Change? This wasn't how it was before. When did this start happening? What is Clive going on about? Even Jasper looks confused now. Didn't father say quiet? Oh. Oh, wow, okay. The piercing shriek that emits from Jasper's mouth causes you to flinch. In your confusion, you look down at Clive. Down? Okay. He's staring at me with determination again. Is he saying something he knows will strike a nerve so that I have another chance to get away from here? I don't want to leave him alone, but he's asking me to trust him. A thing like you will never understand what father asks for. The initial shock in Jasper's voice has already faded away. If you're going to use this opportunity, you need to take it now before Jasper's anger has faded entirely. I'm sorry, Clive. I don't want to leave you behind, but I'll trust you. You keep running despite the instinct to turn back. Every alarm bell in your mind says to turn around and look, but you ignore them. You run. Run. Shit. I keep leaving Clive every time this happens. He wanted me to believe in him, though. So that idiot better stay alive so that I can get a proper explanation next time we speak. Oh, okay. That was loud. I literally jolted from that. Your run is halted when you crash into something at full force. God. Oh, this person? So it was you after all. What? What are you talking about? You look vaguely familiar. Who? Right, you're that man I met in the park. Aw, shucks, how nice of you to remember me. What are you doing here? At this exact moment, being downright confused. What? You ran in from that direction, so you must be the one I was told to wait for. You're barely able to catch your breath to find an answer. And as the tunnel vision of running desperately begins to fade away, and you're able to take in your surroundings. Purple flowers? And a tiny shack. These are the same kinds of flowers at the special place Clive showed me. I'm pretty sure... Sweetie, really, taking in the scenery at a time like this, can you not read the mood whatsoever? You look just as shocked as him. You're with Jasper then, aren't you? Correct. Well done. The next thing you know, a pair of arms are suddenly wrapped around you, holding you still. Oh my... What? Two people are here. Does Jasper have a whole group working with him or something? When you try to turn around, your head is held in place by force, preventing you from seeing the second person. Whoever has you in their grasp right now is too strong to simply squirm away from. Now you see, I hesitated because I was told you are not the one. I'm sure if I ended a random bystander, I'd be in trouble, right? Hey, why aren't you struggling more? You're a mutant, aren't you? You're just going to roll over and play dead, huh? Why? Eh? Why would you work with a literal murderer? I don't get it. What do you gain from this? This isn't just Terrell that tenses up. Whoever grabbed you stiffens enough that even without seeing them, you can sense their tension. You're seriously asking me that? Filthy mutant. Oh. Mutants disgust me. You disgust me. Why though? Why do you hate me so much? I never did anything to you. But you did do something to Jasper. What? I haven't done anything to him. He's got a grudge against me over some weird squabble between our families. I haven't even met him until recently. Oh, I know all about it. What? But here's the thing. As cold as his tone has been till now, there's genuine admiration in his next words. Jasper is a good man. He's been kind to me ever since we were children. How can you call someone that wants to murder another being just because of some stupid grudge a good person? You know nothing about Jasper. Enough of this. Show me your mutant powers. Fight me. I can't. Do it. I don't know how. Quit playing dumb. I'm not. I'm not playing dumb. And I'm not a fool. Apparently you are in this game. Oh. A soft noise begins to drown everything out. A ringing in your ear. A soft hum. Enough already. I've had enough of this. Oh. Your scream seems to echo on for an eternity, as if our universe is nothing but a dark, empty chamber where one's suffering is played back to them on loop. What breaks from that silence is, Annie, stop! Kay? Okay, what is happening? I'm so confused. What is happening? You can't see him, but that voice, so distinct from the voices of Clive and Jasper, was undoubtedly his. You don't want to hurt anyone. That's not who you are. Hurt? I wasn't going to. What I like most about you, that gentle side that you tried to hide. Oh, am I just imagining his voice? God, I'm going insane. But the softness in Kay's voice relaxes you in spite of it all. That cry of anger you'd thrown at Terrell seems like it happened in another world. You close your eye and let that warmth engulf you in both body and mind. Even if Jasper kills me, it'd be fine if I could just stay like this. Huh? The present you felt begins to fade. In its place is pitch black cold. The sensation of falling. The image of Clive floods forth into your vision, and along with a call from the dark. Warmth is coming from over there. The instinct to move towards that warmth is overridden by the memory that took place just moments ago. What the hell? Clive was with Jasper. It's clear enough by now that Clive has likely been working alongside Jasper from some point after he stopped being Kay. But Clive didn't seem happy about his choices, and even more than that, Clive hasn't felt like some sort of evil presence up until now. There was desperation in his attempt to get you to run away. What was the point of all the time he spent with you if he just planned to betray you eventually? But even if I deny it, Jasper spoke as if they had some kind of plan to ambush me back there. Clive just took the coward's way out, as Jasper put it, at the last minute. Clive and Jasper, two men formed from the same person, and Kay, a trustworthy, happy presence in your life. Was Kay also in contact with Jasper the whole time? Did Clive and Kay both just want me to trust them so they could betray me? Is this also some sort of ploy? I don't understand. Trust me, I don't understand either. I'm just like, okay, this is crazy. The small bit of warmth from Clive's image before you has faded and left your surroundings dark and cold. As you hug your body to keep from shivering, and emotions that's been rooted within you all this time finally shoves its way to the surface, forcing you to focus on it alone. Fear. A natural human emotion, and yet simultaneously something unnatural. Fear can keep a person alive in healthy amounts. It can help you to avoid situations that could cause you harm. And yet, if you begin to fear the very act of waking up in the morning to go through another day, that's when it becomes dangerous. You have always lived your life in a way that could be described as going through the motions. Wake up, argue with your father, go to school, listen to Shannon's latest news. Maybe sometimes you'd feel a bit afraid when alone in your room at night and a sound from outside your window would jolt you to attention. But you didn't think of yourself as an anxious or easily frightened person. Some people might think you build walls around yourself to avoid situations that could cause fear, but you never thought of it that way either. Was the anxiety you feel now really that sudden though? Or did you spend so long running away from anything that could cause you discomfort that the moment things went wrong, you were no longer equipped to handle them as a result? Avoidance, after some time, is troublesome to the psyche. If you never feel fear, then the moment you are forced to feel it, it will be worse than ever. That's not to say your fear isn't justified. It is, but you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know whether running away or facing it head on is the answer anymore. Neither option seems to be bringing your struggle to an end. And then there's Clive, a man who had begun to enjoy your time with. A man who apparently has some sort of connection to Kay. A man who you've known for quite some time has a connection to Jasper. Even if he had his reasons for doing so in the first place, he still didn't oppose Jasper. Even if he appears to have hesitated and nearly changed his mind, he still invited you to an ambush. Is that really what life is all about? Is it really just natural for someone to doubt their friends? I'll keep fighting. I want to find out the truth. No, you still don't know the full story. There's more to this to figure out. Even if Clyde betrayed your trust in that way, he seemed to be going through something internally about it all. Until you find out what it is, you can't give up. But still, this sudden darkness that surrounds you, how did you end up here? You don't remember falling asleep. And yet, you're suddenly alone. I'm sorry. A voice calls to you, the familiar voice of your mother. No, not your mother. Your mother is long gone. You need to accept that. No matter how hard it is, no matter how painful, she won't be coming back. Annie, I'm so sorry. This is that woman named Shay again, isn't it? What does she want with you now? Haven't you been through enough already? Hasn't she put you through enough? Clive wouldn't have been in this position if it weren't for her. She didn't have to do any of this in the first place. Splitting someone into two people? What sort of crazy woman comes up with that and thinks it could possibly be a viable solution? Moments ago, you were on your way home. Moments ago, you weren't this angry. But the moment you heard that voice, anger became overwhelming. You should be happy when you hear your mother's voice, but thanks to this freak, you're angry at the sound. Angry. Annie, please, listen to me. She finally fades into view. Dearest Annie, can you hear me? So it is you. What do you want now? I'm sick of things going on like this. I assure you, my dear, I understand the frustration you are feeling, but I promise you that I will not intrude upon your life unless it is entirely necessary. I'm too tired to yell anymore. It seems things were far more fractured than I had initially believed. You don't say! I have thought long and hard about the cause of this. What precise event it was that created a rift in Clive's mind. Isn't it obvious? You split that guy up into multiple people. That's what caused the damn rift. I don't even know why you got involved. Who the hell are you? You admitted you'd wanted to introduce yourself to me as a goddess. I'm not an idiot. I know the type of person you are. You're the sort of person that thinks she's better than everyone else, and that because of that, you've got a right to meddle in everyone else's affairs. Aren't I right? You are angry. Of course I'm angry. Why would you possibly think splitting someone into multiple people is the right way to solve their problems? That, at the time, I truly believed it was the safest way. Instead of fracturing the boy's mind itself and creating one empty shell, the act of splitting him into two bodies would make only one of them disposable. Though I admit, I did not think that the disposable one would be Clive. And if indeed, worst case scenario, Clive were to become the disposable shell, I believe I could reawaken the things that made his personality him. But you couldn't, obviously. No, I could not, because what left Clive were not simply memories that created who he was. They were memories that formed the basis of his emotions, his inner psyche. Clive experiences emotions in a way that is not often considered typical. Some things he feels far too strongly, and some he feels far too weakly. The basis of that structure is still there in working order. His fragment itself, though, it is as time unable to sort out which emotions should be felt, what moments, and to what degree. This is what I had considered K to be a successful specimen. Everything that he felt, everything that he desired. It was nearly the perfect image of a good person. Okay, let me save this. But Kay isn't here anymore. I still can't wrap my head around that. Why Kay became Clive again? It feels like you're saying he's practically dead now. I cannot answer why Kay reverted to his previous form, however. As he is, Clive does not remember any parts of your experiences together as Kay, but perhaps his heart may still hold the dearest of his experiences inside. Instead of collecting fragments of their split selves to reform Clive as Kay, perhaps instead you can unlock the emotions related to those experiences. Are you saying that if I do that, Clive will remember being Kay? That I can still get Kay back that way instead? His heart may be able to align with Kay's. However, without the fragments, I will not be able to remake him as Kay once again. The man you knew as Kay is gone, and he cannot return. This is crazy. Is getting through? Sorry? What? Okay. I'm in a forest now. Okay. Huh? What the hell happened? Did I pass out or something? You groggily sit up from the damp grass and take in your forest surroundings. This isn't the same spot where I was attacked by Jasper and Terrell. How did I get here? Despite your confusion, the memory of everything that happened is still fresh in your mind, including the conversation with Shay. She said the man I know as Kay can't return, but without noticing, your fists have clenched. It is in times like this that you realize just how much you had come to rely on Kay to be there for you and to listen to your worries when no one else would have been able to. If Clive will always be Clive and those memories we had can't be unlocked, then you feel nothing but confusion about the emotions inside of you. After everything that happened, I know Clive isn't the safest person to be around. I'd probably be better off avoiding him entirely, right? But I wonder if some part of you has begun to feel attached to Clive in the same manner that you had attached yourself to Kay. Why? Just because Clive was there for you? Your chest tightens at the thought. When did you end up enjoying your time with Clive this much? Now isn't the time to be sitting here thinking about this stuff. I need to get back home. With your mind more clear from the initial confusion you woke up with, you pick yourself up off the ground. Which way is it, though? The clearing you found yourself in is unfamiliar. The best you can do is pick a direction and hope for the best. After shuffling forward a few paces, your foot hits against something and you pause. A walkie-talkie? Looks like the same one Clive gave me before. Did I drop it while I was running from Tyrell or something? Your head pounds. You can't even remember getting away from Tyrell, let alone what you may or may not have been carrying in your hands. Despite what may be the safest course of action, that is, to ignore it and cut ties with everyone related to Jasper, you still pick up the walkie-talkie. The words of Shay remain clear in your mind, even though the rest of the events are a blur. Your mind wanders as you walk. Kay? Gone? If that's true, I guess I really am going crazy. That sight of Kay seemed so real. You try to shake that fear of insanity from your brain, at least for the time being. Instead of dwelling on that, you glance towards the walkie-talkie still clutched in your hands. Clive was a friend that was practically forced upon you. On the other hand, while Kay's presence was also forced in the beginning, you had soon found yourself feeling excited about his visits. It always seems to go back to that, to comparing whatever friendship you have with Clyde to friendship you had with Kay. And that's when the troubling thought occurs to you. Did I ever look at Clive as his own person? Before I knew he was connected to Kay, I was always considering him a nuisance that I didn't want to get in the way of my life. And when I found out, I was thinking of him as a vessel that would bring back Kay eventually. That's what Clive was, a necessary evil in your life. A suspicious guy who talked too much and kept justifying his coincidences in ways that should have only made you avoid him. But you didn't avoid him because I really miss Kay, don't I? I'm pathetic. Oh boy, that's really sad. I don't even know. This game doing some stuff. It's doing it good, but it's doing some stuff. After some time of wandering, or perhaps some of your instinct guiding you back to the safety of Peartham Nature Trail, you manage to find it back on the path. It is still a mystery how you end up in that clearing. The last things you recall were yelling at Tyrell and then the dark black of your dream world. Annie! You're safe, thank goodness. I texted you about 1,000,000 times. Clive contacted me a little while ago. He said you might be in trouble. Thank goodness he was wrong. Did your phone die? Yeah, no power, sorry. That's fine, but it is a damn good thing you got home when you did. I was about to call out a search party. Clive's text scared me half to death. That fool should know better than to send cryptic messages and then drop contact. Jeez. He went out of his way to make sure Lana knew I might be in danger. But if he dropped out of contact after that, is he still safe himself? I swear you kids are gonna be the death of me. I've spent more time worrying the last while than I have in years. I'm sorry. Nah, kiddo, don't take it wrong. I don't mean you're a burden. What happened out there, though? You feel yourself stiffen. Not only does Lana know something happened out there, but now that you're able to relax a bit more, you can feel the sweat on your forehead and hear the raggedness of your breath, or ragged, I don't know. There are no excuses this time that'll make Lana sure that nothing bad went on. You really don't want to talk about it, do you? Look, I know I'm not your mom, and I know I haven't been part of your life for a long time either. But you can talk to me, you know that, right, kiddo? She offers a sympathetic smile, and you force out one in return. I'm exhausted. I think I'll turn in early tonight. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. Lana's expression makes it clear she wants wants to push further, but she resists the urge, probably for your sake. Alright, rest up. I'll make pancakes for breakfast tomorrow, so you better wake up in time. Thanks. Good night. Sleep well, kiddo. She ruffles your hair lightly, an affectionate gesture that turns your forced smile into a real one. Even though you know waking up tomorrow will be a challenge, you nod in agreement, promising Lana you'll wake up in time for breakfast. My whole body feels numb and heavy at the same time. No matter what, I need to leave Pyrathon, even though I still feel like there are answers to find here. You know this little town is far from safe. Even if you manage to sleep tonight, you feel certain that nightmares will be haunting you once again. Only one thing stops you from telling Lana you want to leave right now is this very moment. Clive, where is he right now? You place your phone on the charger before getting into bed. When I wake up tomorrow, will I find a bunch of messages from Clive explaining what happened? I'm so tired. While tossing and turning, you manage to find sleep somewhere along the way. You fall asleep wishing that you had taken Lana's offer sooner and returned to the city. Anywhere but there would feel better at this point. But is there anywhere safe for you? I fell in love, you know. They are just so beautiful. Every time I see them, my heart pounds and feels like it'll burst out of my chest. When I'm not with them, I feel like I'm dying. I've never been in love before, but that must be what it is, right? I'm in love with them. They think that I don't know who they are. I'm sure. They probably think I have no idea what's going on. But their smile, my heart is pounding again just at the thought of it. When they find out the truth, will that smile disappear? I wonder what they'll look like in that moment. I wonder. If I tell them we're enemies, will they cry, or will they say that they forgive me despite it all? It's so much fun to think about, because either way, whether happy or contorted with despair, it'll be a new expression for me to see. Sunday. Kiddo? Hold on. I need to end this video now. So we're just gonna leave it off on that note because this is getting crazy, and this is probably gonna be like a 2-hour 30-minute video or something, but this was really crazy. Honestly, I can't lie and say that I wasn't expecting to see Jasper there. I know that was gonna happen. I know that I was gonna see Jasper. I just didn't expect he was gonna show up so soon. I thought that I was gonna at least have some window of opening to be like, okay, what's going on? Why are you so fidgety? I don't know. I guess I should have followed my instinct and just booked it. But then, I don't know. This game could have probably had it so I would run, but then still end up smacking face first right into Jasper. You know, I don't know. But hey, we're gonna see how all of this turns out in the next episode. Again, Heart Fragments is still on Kickstarter, so there's that you can, you know, try to go and support however way you can, whether it's just sharing it around or, you know, backing the project, because, you know, I really think it deserves it. It really does. This game it's made me like so confused yet so engulfed in all of it all at the same time. It just makes you wanna, it's the type of game that just makes you want to sit down all day just doing it from start to finish, you know. But yeah, aside from that, I'm gonna end this here. So if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. Let me know if you're just as confused as I am, because honestly, this is really hard to wrap my head around. I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, before I could have had like little ideas on what could have happened, But now I don't even know where this direction is headed. But yeah, that's it. I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye bye.